Shoulder internal rotation, isometrics. We're just going to do the Pails part of the isometrics today, which is the passive angular isometric loading. So I'm going to use a yoga block as a bit of a pillow in front of my neck, or you can just grab a couple of cushions. So you're going to come into a side lying position. I'm just going to pop the side of my head onto the yoga block to support my neck. Bend my knees. I'm going to take my arms straight and just loop my hands together like this. Okay, so I'm going to take my bottom arm and I'm going to bring it up as if I'm flexing my bicep. And then I want to aim my fist down towards my belly button, so towards my tummy area, okay? So you want to make sure that your elbow is just slightly below your shoulder and not above your shoulder, okay? So if it's on the same line as the shoulder now, I'm just going to move it down just slightly, about an inch, and then I'm going to aim that fist down towards my belly button. So I'm going to use my top arm or my top hand to pull that shoulder down into internal rotation by driving that fist down towards the floor. So what might happen here is your shoulder blade might start to come up out of its pocket. You want to just pull that back, secure that shoulder blade back and down in its pocket while driving that arm down. So we don't want to bend the wrist here. We don't want that wrist to bend. We want to keep it nice and straight. So I'm going to take my hand into a fist, lock it in nice and tight. Take my top hand, I'm just going to turn my watch around, and I'm going to place it over my wrist. I'm going to drive that arm down as far as it goes with that shoulder blade down. So just keep pulling that shoulder blade back, bring that arm down as far as it goes. So you're going to feel a lot of kind of backside stretching of the shoulder here. You might even feel a little bit of a pull here in the bicep. Now, if this bicep pull is a bit sore, it feels like a bit too much, then just ease out of that stretch a little bit to where it feels a bit more comfortable. But it should feel like quite a deep stretch here in this position. So what you're going to do is once you've locked that arm in place, you're going to hold that arm nice and still. So this arm isn't going to allow this arm to move. So we're going to lock that in place. Now to start this isometric contraction, so a Pails contraction, you're going to drive that bottom arm up into that top hand, okay? So it's as if I'm trying to bring that shoulder back up here and this arm isn't allowing that to happen. So you're going to start to build up that tension of driving that up. So you're going to take a big deep breath in, pack that air into your tummy, into your chest, squeeze through the body, and you're going to start to pull that arm up into your top hand. We're going to start to take our chest breaths here. So we're not in a relaxed state here, so we don't want to relax our breathing. We just want to squeeze through the body and start to drive that top arm into that top hand up to what feels like your greatest effort. So it should feel quite a tough, strong contraction here. Keep an eye on that shoulder blade, that it's staying back in its pocket, and you're going to hold it here for the allotted time. So that could be 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We can kind of go low effort and build these up to about 2 minutes. I tend to hold these for no less than about 30 seconds per contraction, depending on what effort you are going to. So this is just going to drive strength or funnel strength into the deeper part of the shoulder capsule, that internal rotation part of the shoulder. So that's your Pails contraction or isometric for shoulder internal rotation.